Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Research Summer Camp in Biotechnology. My name is Denis Baranenko, and today we will talk about food biotechnology for maintaining health and improving the quality of human life. A functional food product is a special food product intended for systematic use as a part of diets by all age groups of a healthy population. It should have scientifically substantiated and confirmed properties, reduce the risk of developing diseases associated with nutrition, and prevent deficiency or replenish the deficiency of nutrients present in the human body. Those properties are achieved by the presence of physiologically functional food ingredients in its composition. Functional food products should provide at least 15% of the body's daily requirement for a particular nutrient. Foods and nutritional supplements may serve to prevent certain diseases. Diseases are divided into infectious and non-infectious. Infectious diseases are caused by the penetration of pathogenic microorganisms into the body. It should be kept in mind that most acute infectious diseases are characterized by intoxication of the body, fever, deterioration or loss of appetite, dehydration, malfunction of organs and systems. Various nutrients are used in the fight against infectious diseases. For example, in reducing the risk of developing viral diseases and respiratory tract infections, including COVID-19, the role of vitamin D3 has been confirmed. Studies have shown that vitamin D3 is an adaptive immunomodulator, and its supplementation helps to reduce the incidence of COVID-19. But for food biotechnologies, the topic of prevention of non-communicable diseases is more relevant. Non-infectious alimentary cause or alimentary dependent diseases include those the occurrence of which is associated with inadequate and unbalanced nutrition. These include cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes mellitus, endocrine pathologies, oncological diseases, and others. The presence of certain nutrients can ease or even prevent above-mentioned illnesses. Thus, the improvement and finding of new oncoprotective ingredients is a topical issue today. One example of a source of biologically active substance is the plant Filipendula ulmaria or meadowsweet. The flowers of this plant are rich in flavonoids, phenolic acids, and tannins, which is the reason of its oncoprotective effect. In order to reduce hyperglycemia in type 2 diabetes mellitus, alpha amylase inhibitors are often used. Its action is based on the blocking effect of alpha amylase. The enzyme breaks down complex carbohydrates into poly and oligosaccharides. Other functional ingredients are omega-6 fatty acids. Scheme of this slide shows the metabolism of essential fatty acids, their role in inflammation, and factors that influence the cetorases. Omega-6 fatty acids achieve a preventive effect by building healthy cell membranes, maintaining normal cholesterol levels, reducing the occurrence of atherosclerosis. A healthy microflora of the gastrointestinal tract can have a positive effect on the general condition of the human body. So probiotics have a positive effect on overall health of the body. In addition to the usual lacto and bifidobacteria, there are also probiotic yeasts, Saccharomyces boulardii. Microorganisms are usually used to enrich ice cream, dairy products, infant formulas. The main problem in the enrichment of products with probiotics is the survival of microbial cells after freezing, heat treatment, and other processing means. Right now, our laboratory is conducting research in this area in order to overcome these problems. Functional foods can be used not only as prevention of certain diseases, but also as a way to improve the quality of life. So, for example, for healthy weight loss, wheat bran containing fibers and vitamins has a good effect on the body. Fiber swells, filling the stomach, thus preventing overeating. In addition, dietary fiber is food for our largest organ, the microbiota of the large intestine. That is, they have prebiotic activity. Such bran is often enriched or used to enrich in yogurt, bread, cereals, which makes them functional food products. But it is possible and advisable to enrich other food groups of the products with prebiotics. These are also ingredients that act on our brain, improving cognitive abilities. For example, in our laboratory animal studies, we have shown higher scores of behavioral tests for memory and exploratory activity in groups of animals treated with certain doses of vitamin D3 and polyphenols. Polyphenols in general have a positive effect on behavioral responses, showing tranquilizing, antidepressant, and normalizing exploratory activity effect. Cognitive abilities, including long and short-term memory and even psychological states as mild and other types of stress up to depression, can be tested in behavioral animal studies. Imagine that you have a risk of visual impairment. Your doctor suggests that preventing this disease may be achieved by the vitamin E. After that, you buy a box of almonds to eat every day to make up to the deficiency. Will it be reasonable and safe? Obviously, the answer is no, at least because almonds contain potassium cyanide, which is extremely toxic in high concentrations. The meaning of a functional food ingredient is that we take a product with the nutrient we need and isolate those nutrients using one of the generally accepted methods, for example, enzymatic hydrolysis and extraction, in order to further enrich the food product with those ingredients. For example, a dog can eat the same thing every day and feel good, but a person needs variety in their diet. Enriching products you can eat your favorite food for the benefit of the body. In addition, many functional ingredients can be synthesized by means of biotechnology, using microorganisms or unicellular algae, as well as in other ways. Unfortunately, far from all research in this area reaches the stage of adding ingredients to products, and difficulties in practical implementation often arise. First of all, functionalization of food products should not impair their consumer properties, reduce the content and digestibility of other substances, change organoleptic characteristics, and shorten their shelf life. Secondly, it is necessary to take into account the possibility of chemical interaction of additives with each other. Another acute problem is the search of sustainable sources of biologically active substances, for example, to replace wild species. It is more expedient to use environmentally friendly biotechnological methods for their production. Bioreactors, vertical farms, grow chambers, suspended tray systems, etc. These and other functional food products are developed and created by engineers and laboratory assistants on the basis of theoretical and experimental data in laboratories at food-oriented universities, for example at IPMO. After a series of successful experiments, for example organoleptic trials, clinical studies confirming their functional properties have to be carried out. After that, experiments on production equipment could be carried out and the technical documentation for the product should be prepared. Only after that, a new food product can be put into production for further sale in retail chains as a functional food product. In our university, we have developed microcapsules with oncoprotective action based on phytosterols with neuroprotective properties, based on vitamin D3, omega-3, fatty acids, and polyphenols. We have developed a technology for functional meat, dairy, confectionery, and fish products. In addition, we used various combinations of hurdle factors to increase the shelf life of these products, which was increased by an average of 30% compared to commercially available analogs. On this slide, you can see some useful scientific papers. Thank you for your attention and see you on our next lesson.